Hey, welcome back everybody. This is a product that my friends at AOOCCI supplied me, and I want to do a little, this is going to be a little challenging for me because I've never messed with my electrical in my bike, but this is what they call a CarPlay for a motorcycle, and it does all kind of cool things. It's waterproof, and I'm going to go over it. This is just the box. I have already unpacked it, but let's get into kind of what this thing does. So here's the actual monitor. Kind of hard but AOOCCI is the brand name. It's a 5-inch screen. Let me put my glasses on. Sorry, I'm getting a little older. Forgive me. But this screen is, what is this? A 854 by 480 resolution. So that's pretty decent actually. And it's, like I said, what they consider CarPlay. So it's got a nice mounting bracket on it. And this will work with Android or Apple. And mine, there's a couple different versions of these, but the one I was sent has these, these cams. You got a front cam and a rear cam. So they just basically attach to the feeds, okay? They're color coded. But yeah, these are 1920 by 1080, so these are very good resolution cams. And you can mount them with either, they got some 3M tape that you can mount them to your bike, or if you want to, you can actually screw it. There's a couple screws if you want to screw it in the plastic. So I have a front and a rear cam. The protective film is still on here, so I'm not going to remove it yet. But yeah, this is a very, very nice quality. It's a GPS too. So let me just kind of read a little bit what this thing can do. Before that, here's your hardware. Now, again, I've never really messed with my electronics yet in my bike. I'm not an electrician. I never really got into electronic, but it really doesn't seem that hard. I think the hardest part for me the most challenging will be trying to get the covers off, and I bought some tools for that. But yeah, it's got directions, of course. You got your ground, the black, you got your battery B plus or 12 volt, and you got your ACC, which is the yellow. So basically you go into your battery and you hook these up to your ground on your battery, and I have to read a little bit more about it, but you only got 3 connections, so it can't be that challenging, and there's some other videos that I'm going to watch to do that. And this plugs into, so you got plenty of room. I mean, this will stretch. I mean, my goodness, you got plenty of room to go the length of your bike. So yeah, and what is cool about this, it's got a sunshade on it. A couple screws, so you can actually mount this sunshade on it to prevent the glare, okay? And what we got here, here's your mounting for your handlebar, and it comes with different inerts, what they call, so if you have a, it'll probably match any size handlebar, so I got to see what'll fit mine. But yeah, so basically it'll mount to your handlebar or a bar accessory, just like this, and there you go. Pretty cool. What else we got? Oh, and this model comes with tire pressure monitor gauges. Not sure if I'm going to put these on my bike, but some people say they wouldn't trust it because they're relatively heavy, and if you have a metal, I might actually, I don't know, I might wait on that, but it's okay. It comes with all the hardware. So of course with this, there is a slot, I believe, right here for a SD card. So according to the specs, you're going to want a class 10, which is a C10 SD card, and I think I read the maximum is 128 megabyte. So they take those little SD cards, you remove 2 screws, and it's watertight, and that's great. But heck, SD cards are pretty cheap nowadays. And these cameras, by the way, if you got one on your front and your rear bike, these will record in a loop. Now these cameras are meant for safety. They're not really meant for filming a moto vlog like I have, because it's a loop thing. So what these are important for is if you get into an accident, you're going to have proof on this SD card what happened in that collision or whatever. So yeah, these could really save your butt in heaven forbid something were to happen, right? I don't want that to happen, but I think I'm going to mount these anyway because it's just another, I have another one over here, but they look identical. And it's just a peace of mind that I think I'm going to do because why not? Why not? Once I get my covers off my bike, I don't think it'll be too bad at all. That's what I've been kind of, the only fear I have is breaking clips off the cover, but I bought some of those plastic tools where you can, you know, remove the covers pretty easy. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And it has a wireless capability. You know, your 2.4 gigahertz, 5.0 gigahertz wireless. And I guess that would be for if you have wireless on your phone. If you got a hotspot or something, you can actually connect instead of Bluetooth, you can connect wireless. I don't see why you would do it in your house. You know, but if you're out and about and you got a hotspot, you could do that. I'm gonna sync mine with my Bluetooth because that just seems to make the most sense, and I have an Android product. So I'll sync it with my Bluetooth, and then you can control on the screen, which I'll go over when I get this installed, what you can control on the screen. And for you gearheads out there, your technology nerds, this is a Linux operating system inside here. So I think what I like about this most, what I think I'll get the most use out of is the tracking. This will track your route, and you can, you know, I'll probably display that when I actually do use this. And this is just part one of the video, kind of shows the gear and unboxing. I didn't really unbox it because you know how an unboxing goes, but that's the box, okay? Yeah, this is a really beefy product. It seems very good quality. So I think what we'll do next is we'll try to get this thing connected to my bike with this electronic. And when I take the covers off, I'm gonna film a little bit of that. And I have to find my battery. I know where my battery is, but trying to put these through my bike is gonna be interesting. So look forward to that. But anyway, we'll see you soon. All right, guys, I got this mounted. You can see down there. It wasn't too bad. It's just hard to get into this space. But you can see there. Here's the wiring. These are the leads. So I have to figure out how to take these covers off the bike. And I think what I'll do is go through here, take these fairings off, and of course I'm gonna have to remove the seat and the bucket to get to the battery, and then tie this all in together. Should be fun. So these are the lead wires. I have them going down kind of in the behind this little bar. Now I did put the cover back on. I had this right fairing completely off. So you can see I have one of the cameras. This is the front cam. I just haven't taken the tape off yet. That is fed up through, you can't really see it, especially when I get the glass back on it, the actual windscreen. But it goes up there, and it kind of hides behind this. So you have to take this off, and you can get to it pretty easy. So this is the display. We'll go over it once I get it powered up. Now I'm thinking what I could do is I could get one of those accessory bars that go across. I think it mounts to your handlebars, and then it's like a wide bar. That way I can, you know, connect everything to that. I might do that eventually. So here's the fuse box. I'm gonna tap in, I took one out. There's an accessory fuse right there that I'm gonna tap into. Here are the wires for the GPS unit. I already got one on the positive and of course the negative terminal. Now you can also put this ground on the chassis somewhere, like the frame. I've seen it done both ways, so I'm gonna try it this way. I don't think it really matters, but it just needs to be on a ground. And here is the AOOCCI. So this will get tapped into the fuse tap, which I have coming to me this afternoon from Amazon, and I'll show that later. So this is just kind of, I'm gonna tuck this away. It's gonna go under the seat, but I don't want it interfering with, you know, the throttle and everything on the engine. So I have to kind of tie this to where it's not just loosely laying on the engine. And there is the rear cam. So this wire gets kind of fed through here, and you can see it going up, and it goes under this cover here. All right, so guys, I got this hooked up. Negative terminal. Other wire going to the positive terminal, and the yellow I have running to a fuse tap, which goes into the fuse box. And if you want to learn how to do a fuse tap, there's tons of videos on that. So it should, in theory, be hooked up. So let's see what happens. The moment of truth. There we go. Oh, and these are the plastic tools, removal tools, to getting the covers off. You can get these on Amazon. I'll have a link below, but these are pretty cool. This one, you know, you can get those little pop rivets out, plastic pop rivets. I did break a few clips on the cover, but not too bad. I think only maybe one or two. Well, hey, how's it going? We got this AOOCCI dash cam installed. Finally got it going, as you can tell. So I wanted to get out here on the road a little bit to kind of go over some of the functionality. You know, you got your cams, which is nice, and these are 1080p cams. So as you can see here, I got a cam mounted in the back and on the front, so you can basically switch. Now I'm just doing the front. Okay, and I can switch to the back, so I can get a rear view of me, which I probably might leave on all the time if I'm not using GPS, because that'll show me what's coming up behind me. So if you go to Android Auto, that is syncing with my phone right now. So basically I can go and look at the GPS right here, which is a lot bigger than my phone, and it's in a landscape direction. So if I'm going to go somewhere, of course, where I'm not familiar, I got my GPS right here. I think that's pretty slick. I could put my route in other words. It's basically syncing with my phone. I could go to my apps, which I'm not going to do. I could go to my phone, you know, basically anything I want. If I go back to here, oh, that's my yeah, you got different views. So here's my phone actually, right? But I can exit the CarPlay, and then just basically I got my GPS information, latitude, longitude, things like that. And yeah, it's really cool. The recording here for the, I gotta explain this. As soon as you turn this on with the ignition, if you got it into an ACC, this starts recording. You can see up there that this video, I should say, from the front and rear cameras is always recording. So, heaven forbid you're in an accident or something, there's an SD card in here, and I chose the 128 gigabyte SD card, and I formatted it through the menu system. But that is always recording in a loop, okay? And it's the QFHD is the higher quality, so it's true 1080p, and it's got the correct time and date. So basically that protects you in case something happens when you're riding on the road and you got a view from the front and rear. Again, if I do this, I can switch. Now basically I'm in the front view. Trying to still learn how to do this. Yeah, see, that's my front view. My camera's a little... Okay, let me show you something. Sorry, all this takes time to explain. Anywho, when you mount your cams, if you do get a device like this, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little tiny arrow on this camera that you must have facing true north, I guess, true upward direction, because that's why you notice on my display it's a little cockeyed, because it's a little to the left. But this one, you can see that it's straight up. This arrow is right here, so that's important. All right, I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, this will shut off, as you can see, when you turn the key off, the ignition. Okay, you can manually turn this off and on. I think because I turned the bike on after it was already shut down, maybe it didn't engage it, but it does take a few it'll take a few moments. See, right now, as soon as I fire this up, this dash cam, I'm recording. What am I recording? This. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's the back view. See how much straighter that is? And if I do this, you can tell it's a little, the horizon's a little cocked. Oh, look, you can swipe too, which is pretty cool. So I like the, is that the back view? Yeah. I like the rear view because I like to see what's going on behind me. Of course, I got my 2 mirrors. I got my 180 directional thing here. So yeah, guys, that's the mounting. The mounting wasn't too bad. The only challenge that I had with this was, of course, the AOOCCI. I was a little hesitant to know where to hook that yellow wire up to, and like I said, when I found that and I discovered that, hey, there is a fuse tap you can do, that really changed my opinion about how to hook up like accessories. Now I have full GPS right there at a glance. So this is a 5-inch screen, which is nice. So see, now I can just follow this GPS very clearly. It's very bright. There's settings for the brightness level of this display, and I think I have it at the highest level, believe it or not. But yeah, I'm getting stuff on my bike. I'm getting a cluster of stuff, so I think what I'll do is get one of those bars, those accessory bars, like I said earlier in the video. Heck, that way I can mount all my gadgets. I'm starting to turn into an Inspector Gadget here with all my stuff. You can see it's gonna storm soon. But yeah, thanks to my friends at AOOCCI for letting me check out this device. I really appreciate that. They've been very patient with me trying to get this video accomplished because I can't ride much here in the winter in Ohio. So I got this product right when it started to turn cold. So I've been kind of worried about getting this done, and I finally got it done, so that's good. But yeah, this is I'll have the links below to this dash cam if you guys do want something like this. Trust me, it's not hard to install. If I can do it, anybody can do it, especially if you follow the directions that I did with this video. Your red goes to the red terminal on the battery, your black wire goes to the negative terminal on the battery, or secured somewhere on the frame. Anything that's ground on the frame, I heard, works too. And the yellow wire is the tricky one, AOOCCI. That must tap into a wire or a source like your tail light or something that basically gets fired up when you turn on the ignition. Well, when I learned about the fuse tap, that was like, yeah, I think that's a cool idea. That way I don't have to tap into any wires. I can just go directly to my fuse box, put in one of those little fuse taps that are really cool. And if you want to learn how to do a fuse tap, they call it, there's probably 5,000 videos on YouTube that'll show you how to do that. It's real easy. And I spent like, you know, $6 or something on a fuse tap on Amazon, and they gave me 2 of them with extra fuses and stuff. I'm like, well, brilliant. So if you have any questions about this, leave it below and I'll do my best to answer it. But honestly, guys, it was really really simple, you know, considering I'm not an electrician, and it's working. Well, hey, thanks guys for being patient with me on this video, and any questions, leave them below. Like I said, I appreciate all the new subscribers I got over the months. Wintertime is finally getting out of here and it's gonna start turning nice again, so more videos to come. Thanks for your patience. I know it's been a while since I made a video riding, but yeah, we got more of them to come. Thank you. You guys have a great day. Thanks again to AOOCCI, and you guys take care, okay?